Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, so tomorrow, Dewey's readathon starts. A 24-hour readathon. And as you can see from the title, this is my TBR. I'm actually going away for the weekend. And also, as always, like, I'm doing it weirdly, lazily. Because, okay, so the main point of Dewey's is to read as much as you can for 24 hours. And, like, that 24 hours. Well, a weekend lasts 3 days. I usually kind of spread that 24 hours over the weekend. Like, instead of reading like 24 hours straight, I like to 5 hours then, 5 hours then, and then 10 hours, like, or 12 and 12, or yeah, spread it out. Because I can't live without sleep. I need my sleep. So staying up for 24 hours and reading with small breaks, that doesn't work for me. But yeah, so I'll be like during the Jewish weekend, as I usually do. Like I'll read all weekend. Though how's that different from usual weekends? Well, I don't read so much every weekend, and also I'll update people. And yeah, and yeah, as I said, didn't say. I don't think I said it. Sorry if I did, but yeah, I'm actually going away. I'm going to my cabin. So what I'm going to show you is probably not the realistic or the real TBR because I probably can't bring them all, but I can bring up quite a few of them because my cabin we can park close to it, so we don't have to walk far. But yeah, probably won't bring all of them. But yeah, I'm a very, as you know, mood reader, and also like this week I'm on a period, so I'm extra moody. And I don't really know what I'm gonna be in the mood for. But I do know I'll be in the mood for some of these. That's kind of a plan anyway, to be in the mood for these. And yeah, let's start. First, we have Jan Ulven by City Petition. So this is a book I started back in October. No, I started back in November. So yeah, been reading this very slowly. I'm just at page 81. 81 of, let me check, of 500 pages. But like it's a book that's kind of like it's violent. There's a pandemic in it and there's violence. So like reading a book about pandemic during pandemic, it's not really something I want to read. Especially like this book, it's kind of yeah, that violent and kind of gory and raw and greasy and like those verbs. So it hasn't really been something I've been very much in the mood for like during the fall because I'm Norwegian, living in Norway, and like reading scary stuff while it's dark outside all day. Yeah, not smart. Not for me anyway. So yeah, I started this like read the first page, maybe 2 pages back in November. Decided like no, I can't read this now. It's a bad combination. Rainy outside, storms outside, and scariness in this book. No, it doesn't work for me. So I put it away, and then I put it back on my kind of focus TBR like last month because then it started to started to sun again. Well, sun came back for real, and we got some not so rainy days, so kind of felt like yeah, now I'm gonna read it. So yeah, it's a good book. I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't picked it up in a few weeks, but yeah, it's not impossible. I'll read it. So yeah, this one it's out actually in English next year, pretty sure. So yeah, and this spin-off series, the first book in this universe, Odin's Child, is already out. Check it out. If you need a book for Eurovision or if you want to read something translated, YA, check it out. It's so good. Lady Taylor approves, and also anyone smart does. Sorry, that's a bit of a stupid complaint, but yeah. Then we have Min Venn Piraten by Ole Christian Løgning. So as you can see, this is a children's book. I actually planned to read it last week and I didn't. Like I read the first chapter and I didn't read on. But yeah, it's a short children's book. It's just like, yeah, it's actually under 200 pages. So this one, it's not that unlikely I'll finish it this weekend. Although then again, if I actually read it. But yeah, I suppose this is more like a, will I read it? Will I not read it? Who knows? Can you guess? I can't video. But yeah, it's about this guy, this 12-year-old Andrea. His parents die in a car crash, so he has to live with his dad's uncle, who's quite eccentric. And then soon his dad's uncle, he needs some medicine that he can't get in Norway, so they're going to take to seas, and they're going to make a boat to go to, I think it's Fiji, to like get this medicine. So it's kind of like in my mind, it's kind of like a People Longstocking idea, like ish style. And yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. So I can't really give you a good reason why I didn't finish it last week. I simply didn't. But yeah. Then we have another Norwegian book, Tankespinneren by Vibeke Køhler. So in this book, it's middle grade. And so far I'm not that far into it, but I know that it's magic based. I know that the family's like magic based, it's like an old magic society thingy. And I also know from a review that in this book, knitting pins are magic. Like if you knit stuff, it's kind of practicing magic, and that sounds so cool. Also, this cover looks very nice and beautiful. And in this one, I'm like 45 pages in, and it's 400 pages, 300 pages story. So I'm beginning to go read it, and so far I'm very much enjoying it. So yeah, it's not improbable I'll finish one of these because I already started them. But yeah, and now then we have some non-fiction, not a Norwegian one. USA på 200 sider. So this of Frank Orvat. So Frank Orvat, he sadly passed away, but he was a Norwegian professor specializing in politics, especially United States politics, not American, like not Canadian, but United States politics to be precise. And yeah, so this is his, it's a non-fiction book based on a lecture he actually had. But it's like, yeah, it's United States of America in 200 pages. So the history and like from George Washington to Donald Trump. So this one came out like 2016, 17, I think. So it's pretty recent. But yeah, that one. And there's some pictures here and there. And yeah, I'll show you, for example, there's some pictures. So that's cool. So yeah, might pick up this one. And then we have Prince at Night. As you can see, a comic. Very beautiful pictures. So it's a love story between a prince and a knight. And that interests me because, yeah, queer love stories. You gotta read them as well. Well, why not? And it looks so beautiful. I think I kind of did a search on like Prince or something. I kind of didn't really much know about this before I bought it. And I bought it, like ordered it, and then I bought it and like, oh, it's so thin. Oh, so I thought like it was some more middle grade, but yeah, you see like more maybe like for 3-year-olds because so big pictures and just little text, a little tiny text there, but still, I'm enjoying it. Gonna enjoy it. So yeah, and then we have something quirky, not quirky, but yeah, we have a little female. We have Nessafio and Ambrejo, which is the second and third book in the Hexal series, as you can see here, Hexal, in Spanish. I actually read the first one last year. Planned to read them during the same month. Didn't happen. But yeah, also planned to do a video of them. Hasn't happened yet, but I want to read them all, so yeah. And yeah, it was actually the first time finishing a Spanish book in years, but it was not that difficult as I anticipated. And yeah, I want to get these. I mean, they're not long, and I have read the story before, so that's kind of makes it easier as well. And yeah, I very much like enjoy this story. So yeah, And then we have Mentidas Inocentes by Kathy Hopkins, another Spanish book, well, translated to Spanish. This is in a Truth or Dare series by Kathy Hopkins, so it's a middle grade series. Well, middle grade, yeah. I would say it's like meant for like 10 to 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds maybe. Yeah, around that time. And yeah, it's not a very long book. It's actually like 120 pages, so not long at all. So yeah, possibility, definitely possibility. And then we have Clive Kessler and Boyd Merson. Well, that's the authors. Should say a title first. Dødsøya, or it's the Norwegian title. Original title is Piranha. So as you can see here, it's a translation. And Clive Kessler, he writes adventure stories, kind of down brownish, but maybe not that high brow in a way. And yeah, actually this one I borrowed from, like, it's from library. I borrowed from library because I'm gonna tell you. This early this week, I actually posted an article I wrote for the library I do an internship with, where I wrote about openings to books. So yeah, an article I wrote is on my page, and I'm so excited. So that's, yeah, quite cool. And yeah, I've been curious about Clive Kessler, so yeah, I might give him a go. And I'm thinking that, I mean, he's probably easier to get to this weekend because I'm so all over the place now. So this one, fast paced, I'm gonna imagine it is. So probably not impossible to pick this one up. Then we have Falcon by Tom Eglon. I talked about this, well, I was about to say, I talked about this in an earlier video. Actually talked about this in a video that hasn't gone up, so yeah, I'll talk about it, but you haven't seen it, so yeah. This is a Norwegian book, as you can say, but it's a Norwegian author as well. And it's about a tram that's being hijacked, so that's quite interesting and cool. And that's not really something you see. You see books or movies where planes get hijacked, but maybe boats, but never trams. It's such a cool idea. So yeah. And then we have Forsvunne Markien. So it's an Enola Holmes story, the first Enola Holmes story in Norwegian. And yeah, so I very much want to watch the Enola Holmes movie, but I have to read the book first because, yeah, I do. I feel like that's how I roll. So yeah, I'm gonna read it. I plan to read it. It's not a long book. I have actually heard that the movie is better than the book, and that the book isn't awesome. But still, I want to give it a go. And then we have Kriegen Potundu, which is also by the same guy that wrote the American stories. This, though, is about, well, I suppose, like, as you can see, it's Norwegian. It's about Kriegen. It's Norwegian for war, so it's about the Second World War, which is the most common war people talk about when they talk about the war. But yeah, so the Second World War, from like, yeah, Norway under the war and what happened in Norway. And yeah. Then we have 200 years in 200 pages, 200 år på 200 sider. And this one was released in 2014 because when 2014, Norway had our bicentennial. In 1814, we got our constitution. So because of that, we have lots of new books and etc. etc. This was one of them. And yeah, funny to read about Norwegian politics and history. I think it's probably some history as well. Maybe just politics, history, both. I'm not sure, but yeah. Soon finished. And then we have the Oxford book Theatrical Anecdotes by Giles Ranaf. So the guy that that has written this book, he's an English actor. He's worked in theaters for many years, so he knows his stuff. I've seen him on QI sometimes, And I found this book just kind of randomly browsing and thought, Anecdotes from the theater, cool. So yeah, I bought it. It's a bit of a chunker. It is actually 700 pages, so quite a long book. So I probably won't finish this weekend, but might start it and read one of them. I would say it's kind of one of those books that you kind of read one story, put away, and then read one more story. So yeah, I kind of want to start this in April, which yeah, soon finished. But yeah, so we'll see. And then we have the Thief Knot, sorry, by Kate Milford, which is this book is a standalone story in the Greengrass House story. It's has a beautiful cover, and yeah, it's a historical mystery, and there's also ghosts in there, so it's a historical mystery fantasy. And yeah, I also heard people say that this was one of the funniest books they read last year. So yeah, soon. Then we have The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. So this is about it's a YA book about a girl who goes to the bank, and the bank gets holed up like it's being robbed. So drama. But this protagonist, she's actually a con artist. She's been so many people, different people. The girls I've been. It's literal. They're entitled. And so she kind of finds a plan to stop the robbers. So yeah, interesting. And then we have Desire and Deep Blue Sea by Olivia Jade. This one actually was made aware of by one of those big booktubers, Isabel. Happy for now, I want to say. Yeah, Happy for now. She loves this one. It was like a lovely short romance because you see it's not long. And yeah, so it works well for this weekend. Then we have The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker by Lauren James, which is a ghost. This, I think, also first in series, might be. Anyway, it's a ghost story. And yeah, why a ghost story? But yeah, it's Lauren James. Love her writing. So yeah. And then we have Passing Strange by Ellen Klage. This is a book set in San Francisco in 1940, and it has LGBTQ aspects. I think maybe it's LGBTQ love story, or maybe it's inspired by pulp film noir and screwball comedy. Yeah, so it's probably comedy, romance, and other stuff. So yeah, heard great things about this one. It's not long, so yeah. And then we have Mystery and Mayhem by all these different authors. And yeah, I actually read one story. It's an anthology story. Well, last time I actually went to the cabin. And yeah, kind of want to read more. And yeah, that's it really. Well, I was about to say that. It's not precisely it. I do have a few audiobooks I might get to also. So yeah. I have quite a few books to choose from. No way I'm going to get to them all. Don't worry, I'm not that crazy, but a few of them, yeah, I think I will. Also, in case you're wondering, I bought some fruits I'm probably going to eat for the readathon to have some energy and stuff. I have some chocolate, but not that much. I want to mainly do fruits. And then, of course, I have tea. And yeah, that's my plan, really. Yeah. If you have any thoughts on any of the books I talked about, please let me know. If you're doing Deweys, tell me in the comments. And if not, just have a nice weekend. And yeah. Let's end it there.